Hey everybody, Baddox here. Welcome back to the Pokehistorian. Just got back from a long weekend away. Had a lot of time to drive in the car and think about Pokemon cards on my way home, and I wanted to just share my thoughts with you all. And I guess the thesis for this video is that I believe the Pokemon market is run by what I call the Lemming Collective. And who are the Lemming Collective? Well, they are a group of people that are sort of like you and me, but their intelligence is not quite there, and they constantly live in a state of FOMO and have trouble controlling their urges. So I think the most comparable situation to Pokemon and how the Lemming Collective works with it is how this same collective works with hurricanes and how people react to hurricanes when they're coming to town over here in the eastern portion of the United States. And I guess like the western portion too, but those of you who live on the coast know how things go when hurricanes happen. The local news station or the Weather Channel will announce that a large hurricane is coming to town. And what did people do? Well, at least a sizable portion of the population will just go out there and panic. And they'll start buying up all the supplies, all the batteries, all the water, and most importantly, all the gasoline. And these people, they're so afraid that they're not going to be able to find this stuff once the hurricane hits. They take more than they need, and they make everything harder for everyone else. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to Sam's Club, like before a hurricane's getting ready to hit, and there's some goon in front of me and with a big old pickup truck, and he's got like 6 canisters of gasoline he's filling up. And these same types of people are what kind of ruin the Pokemon market. They come in here and they FOMO, they get so afraid that they're not going to find any product that they go in there and they buy much more than they actually need, and then there's not enough left for everybody else. And I guess a portion of that too, just like during hurricanes you also have a portion of the population that takes advantage of these people FOMOing, and they buy up more than they need just to sell it secondhand and make a profit off that. And of course Pokemon has the same thing with the scalping. But the problem is these types of people that operate under fear all the time, the fear that they're not going to be able to get anything, basically ruin the market for everyone else, and they encourage these scalpers to come into the market and take advantage of them. Like they almost, in a way, it's like they create their own worst enemy by living under this guise of fear at all times. And the reason I bring this up is not that I want to just harp on these people all day, but it's like it puts normal people and people that are more grounded in a weird situation. Like, what do you do? Like, do you go out there and do you play in the game? Like, do you go ahead out there and try and get this gasoline with all the crazy people that are FOMOing? Or do you just chill and not partake? And at least what I found with hurricanes is even though I don't consider myself to be someone who FOMOs, I know that because all these other people are FOMOing at the same time, if I don't go out there and at least try and get some gasoline for my car when a hurricane's coming to town, I might not have any, when the storm actually comes. In worst case scenario, we actually get a larger one, like a category or category 5, and the gas stations are shut down for a few days and I need to get around, I need to get to work, or maybe I need to leave town because conditions are so bad that I need to get out. Now I don't have it. So I'm kind of forced to play a game that I don't like because I have no choice. And Pokemon cards are the same way, except thankfully, with Pokemon cards, you do have the option to sit on the sidelines. And I guess that's the one distinguishing feature that separates a hurricane situation versus Pokemon cards. You don't have to play the game. But the truth of the matter though is with Pokemon cards, even though it seems rational to sit on the side and not play the game and watch all these people FOMO and buy at prices that are too high and overbuy and all that stuff, if you sit on the sidelines, you have to accept the fact that you're going to miss out most likely. A lot of these things that you're waiting for to go down in price and you're thinking are going to be more abundantly available in the future, that very well may not be the case. I think there'll be future sets that are more available, but for example, let's take 151, and let's say things calm down in 2 years. great, you can find newer products on the shelves, right? But are you going to find 151 on the shelves? No, because it's out of print. That set is come and gone. Your opportunity to get it is come and gone. So you're kind of in a situation where, okay, well, if you sit on the sidelines, then you're not going to get it. Or the alternative is, which is unfortunately what I have to do to some level, because I don't want to fully miss out, is you have to kind of get in the ring with all these crazy people, the Lemming Collective, and you have to go out there and you have to play the game with them, even though you realize it's stupid. You realize that, you know, you're doing something that feels kind of not so good, because you know intelligently that this whole thing is ridiculous, and if everybody else could just calm down, it wouldn't be like this. If you want to get something like 151, I'm just using that as the example here. I mean, there's plenty of sets that I could point to for this, but if you want to get one of these things, you're forced to play the game. And it sucks, you know? It's like, you don't want to be one of those people, you know? You don't want to be one of those people that are rushing the store or buying from scalpers, and I get it, you know? I have some friends that are sitting on the sidelines now. But I think what some of those friends know, and what I know too, is that by sitting on the sidelines, they are going to miss out. They're not going to get some of this stuff. So I guess if you're okay with that, like, go ahead and sit on the sidelines. But if you want to get some of this stuff, if you want to get some of these booster boxes before they continue to go up in price, which a lot of them are going to, or if you want to get some of these sets that are very sought after while they're still available, you're going to have to play the game. Like, there's no going against the Lemming Collective. Like, no matter whether you, me, and 50 other people that watch this video decided just like, nope, I'm not playing. Like, I refuse. I mean, that's great, but like, the problem is, like, operating intelligently like that doesn't really serve us much a purpose, because there are too many people that are going to act unintelligently. So no matter how much we put our feet down, we're not going to change anything. So then, like I said, you're either forced to play the game if you want to get what you want to get, or you can sit on the sideline and be okay with missing out. And either option is okay, but the point I'm just trying to make is that if you do want to get some of this stuff that is here today and will probably be not in print like in a year, or if you want to get something like a booster box before it goes up in value too much, you're going to have to play the game to some level. And that means that you either go wait like at a GameStop for a restock, or, you know, you buy something at a higher price. I mean, just look at how much Destined Rivals. I mean, people were, I bought a couple more Destined Rivals boxes, y'all, like, because I was able to see what's going on here. I'm like, no, like, I don't want to sit on the sidelines. I really like the set and I want to have some for the future. So like, you know, I paid like $240, $250 for a box, and like a couple of my friends were looking at me like, why are you paying that much for Destined Rivals? You know, like, that's so much about MSRP. And I said to them, I'm like, guys, like, this is the set. Like, this is a fantastic Pokemon card set. It's going to do very well. I mean, I've talked about this in my previous videos, and now look where it's at. It's at 320. And part of me wonders if it'll ever go below 300 again. Maybe it will, and if it does, that's great. But yeah, long story short, you just, you can't beat the hive mind. The hive mind is going to do what it wants to do, and the hive mind is going to change its stance on things when it changes its stance. You alone changing your stance, or you, me, and 50 people changing our stance, you and me and 2,000 people changing our stance isn't going to be enough. Like, the collective has to change its mind itself, and the collective is made up of lemmings that are just not that bright. So you can either play along with the lemmings or not play at all. So those are the thoughts I was having. I just wanted to share them. You know, maybe that's not the most positive thoughts to share, I don't know, but I think there's some truth to it. You know, like, you just, if you want to do your own thing and go against the majority, that's great, but don't expect the majority to change its opinion just because you've decided you don't want to do what everybody else is doing as far as that goes. So if you want to get that stuff, go ahead and get it. And if you don't, sitting on the sidelines is fine too. That's all I got. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to like and subscribe.